Welcome to the Business English Podcast, the best place for non-native professionals to learn how to communicate clearly and confidently. My name is Tanya Suarez, and in each episode, you're going to learn specific skills to develop your corporate communication, American pronunciation, and career strategy in order to build the life you deserve. Let's jump right in to part 1. In today's episode, you're going to learn how to find the right words, the best language to use for your pitch decks. Identifying what the problem is and presenting it in a way that makes your audience want to say, yes, I want to buy your product or I want to fund your company is everything at this stage. So I'm going to show you exactly what you can do and how you can find those words. I've worked on hundreds of sales presentations, on pitch decks for startup companies, for all kinds of industries. And I can tell you time and time again, the biggest mistake I see is that the creator or the presenter will use language that's important to them. And what I mean by that is you focus on what you think is special about your product, your service, or the company. I get it. I get why you're doing it, especially if you're a startup, this is your baby, right? You've been a part of every process. You're excited about all the technology that you're using. If it's a product, then you know the material that it's made of and you know how long the process has been. All great, but that's not what's going to make the sale. That's not what's going to get investors excited about your company. So what you want to do is you want to think about, what do they want to know? What words do they have to hear to feel emotionally tied, to really identify that I'm the solution or I deserve that investment? So the ways that you can do this, the first one would be simply to ask questions. So if you don't have time prior to it, even if you already have your pitch deck all done, ask a few questions before, during that small talk moment before the presentation, and see what words they use. How do they describe the problems or their experiences with similar products? So even if your pitch deck is complete, you can still use the words they're giving you during your verbal presentation. And then, of course, you can edit it later. If you have more time, you want to do that research beforehand. Hop on a call with the investors. You can ask questions to other people who are going to be in the meeting. Maybe people who've already used your product. See how they talk about it. And you're going to use that same vocabulary in your actual pitch deck. Another way to do it is, if there's a product that's similar to yours, go and read the reviews. Because, for example, the website for the product or that other company's pitch deck, a lot of times they're going to use that same kind of business jargon. However, regular humans write the reviews. That's where the gold is. So go look at how the people in the reviews describe what they like, what they didn't like about the product, why they're choosing that product, and what their problems are. Use those words. That's how you're really going to be able to create more engagement. And it just makes people in the audience feel like, yes, you get it. Like, yes, that's exactly what I experienced. Let me listen to how you're going to make it better. Another thing that you're going to do is, as you're asking questions, when you're reading product reviews, make a list. Don't assume you're going to remember all of these words. Like, truly make a list of the top 10 or the top 20 adjectives, nouns that they use when talking about their issues. This is your go-to list that you're going to use as a reference throughout your pitch presentation as well as the pitch deck. You really want to target the emotions, the problems. By helping them see that you understand their problems, they're also going to connect that you understand the solution, and they're going to think your product is a better option. And this is something that even on a simple level, for example, let's say you have a new product, something portable, and you are so excited that it has double the battery life as the other similar product on the market. That's what you're excited about. You're excited about the new technology, the battery life. But if you do this research, if you ask questions, if you read reviews, what you're probably going to hear is people complaining that they always have to bring their charger to use this product. Or that if they forget their charger, then they can't use it, and then there's no function, there's no value. So instead of saying that your product has long battery life, Or if you want to put that on the pitch deck, but then when you present it, what you actually are going to want to say is, now you'll never have to worry about bringing your charger everywhere. Or don't worry and leave your charger at home. That's going to make that emotional engagement of like, oh, good. I don't want to worry about charging my phone anymore or whatever the product is. And so this is what I need. So someone's going to respond more emotionally and more authentically with, I don't want to bring my charger everywhere, then this new technology doubles the battery life. So these are things you can keep in mind. And again, it's kind of a balance and depending on who's in your audience. Maybe if it's investors, they need to know about the technology. So you're going to include that in the pitch deck, but in the verbal presentation, you're going to highlight the fact that people complain about needing to bring their chargers and now they won't have to. So you can include that as part of your storytelling, even if it's not on the actual slide. A great way to get more English speaking practice is to start your own podcast. Spotify for Podcasters makes it so easy to record, edit, and distribute your podcast right from your phone or computer. So, no matter what your setup is like, or how much experience you have or don't have, you can start creating today. Not only is it simple, it's totally free. I decided to start my podcast with Spotify, and it's helped me reach hundreds of thousands of people. So download the Spotify for Podcasters app or go to spotify.com/podcasters to get started. For more business English resources like articles, videos, courses, and one-to-one coaching with me, head over to tanyasuarez.com.